Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Beware of boogeyman. These guys create boogeyman whenever they want to implement a garbage policy. They want to make you vote in a certain way. They're going to create a boogeyman. They want you to agree with some unconstitutional regulations. They will use boogeyman. They want internationally to accept certain kind of actions in the name of freedom and democracy, and we have an enemy. They create a boogeyman, or not even create. They make it bigger than probably is, or sometimes they just outright create. Like in this case, we have Russia. Russia is the today's boogeyman at this point internationally. For a few countries in the West, that's it. A few countries in the West. The rest of the world has no problem. They see through. It's only here. Why? Because these guys want to destroy Russia. These guys being the interests behind the United States of America, behind Great Britain, Germany, and France. These are the countries. And then the rest are just... and they do it. So what's going on over here? They try to tell us that after Russia wins, or if Russia wins in Ukraine against the Ukrainians, not NATO, they will come and attack Europe, all of it, and then they will enslave all Europe, and then they're going to cross the Atlantic. The United States of America will beat all of us, going to enslave our children, we're going to get our women as sex slaves, and we're going to put us at work in the gulags. Then they're going to cross the Pacific and go to China and Japan and all those, going to take over that. Basically, yours to be taken or something. So they will just take over. This is the narrative, the fiction, the fairy tale these guys are selling to imbeciles, to baboons. Baboons that did not read shit. They're not very endowed anyway, right? And some of them are just busy, right? So that's it. And they are very easily, maneuvered left and right. And they're going to say, yeah, well, that's true. And they succeed to about, 80, 85, 90% of the population, they succeed. Now, what do we have here? We have a secret document. How do you call it? Secret report coming from Germany, and it is reported by Bild, where they say that the West, Europe, NATO, prepares for war against Russia because the boogeyman will do everything I told you. And NATO is the only force on this planet that could save our way of life, our freedoms, our perfect liberties that we got here. A long one. So let's see what's going on over here. I have 1, 2, 3 articles. Start with the first one. And I also have the response from Maria Zakharova to this imbecility. And Maria Zakharova is a person who's indeed smart. She is an official on the Foreign Ministry of the Russian Federation, Sergei Lavrov's sidekick. She's intelligent, she's ballsy, funny. I personally like her. They're going to arrest me for saying that? Well, compare that with Baerbock of Germany, or with Blinken, or with Liz Truss, or with Cameron, or whomever I'm supposed to go. Don't compare that with Lavrov or what's his name, Wang Yi of China, or God forbid, Dr. Jaishankar of India. These are, unfortunately, we have some good players on the other side in the other team, and we have garbage on our team. Unfortunately, I don't like that a bit. But hey, when you have diversity and you have this kind of shit, you expect this. So NATO prepares for war with Russia, Bild says, Monday, 15th January 2024. The German newspaper Bild has stated that the Bundeswehr, German armed forces, have been preparing for a hybrid Russian attack on NATO's eastern flank that may take place in February 2024. Oh my God, don't go and buy all the toilet paper now. I know not you, because you are not the baboons. The baboons, if they hear this, oh my God, they're going to go and again buy it, because all they care is eat and shit. And if that gets up, sometimes they do that. Watch garbage The View with Whoopi Goldberg and other garbages, Hannity and other things. What's her name, the race lady? What's her name from MSNBC? Joy Reid, another garbage, and many, many. I mean, corporate media, what do you expect? But they like it. Why? I think it's the lowest hanging fruit intellectually, so it's easy to ingest. They don't make them hurt. What is the Emil saying? What is this guy saying? What the other guy is saying? It's too complicated. Let's get that garbage manufactured for us for consumption. And I go to bed knowledgeable. So here it is. Remember, by February 2024, in February 24, not impossible, in a classified document, top secret, for official use only, the German Federal Ministry of Defense outlines a potential path to conflict. Potential. Potential is that the aliens are coming. That's a certainty that Jesus Christ is coming back. But potentially there's going to be two Jesus Christs coming back. Potentially it's possible. Things like this, potentially tomorrow can happen. Potentially, a lot of things are potential. I mean, you can hear that Emil just tried to fly and did not succeed jumping off the whatever. To conflict between Russia and NATO is detailed. There's details. The actions of Russia and the West are described month by month, culminating in the deployment of hundreds of thousands of NATO troops and the inevitable onset of war in the summer of 2025. You got that? This is a Hollywood scenario, a script written by some Zelensky Stein somewhere. This is it, my friends. This is it. All right, that's another one. That's one. I'm gonna read you two more articles because it's so garbage. I can't believe. I mean, I can't. It makes me vomit when I hear this, guys. Now, new voice of Ukraine. Russian Foreign Ministry dismisses Bild claims that Russia is preparing for war with NATO. So here's Maria Zakharova. Oh my God, she's like a vampire right there. That's why they picked that. They're like crazy eyes. Look at that. Right? Right. I remember when then the candidate Trump was trying to get elected or re-elected. Was it elected or re-elected? And I know a child asked me, why is talking about some pictures of Donald Trump in the media. Why is Trump always like crazy with a crazy face and like stupid looking? A child. And I said, because that's the whole purpose. To make you say that, think that he's crazy just by visual. Because that's what? Almost 80% of our communication. It's visual. And then it's verbal. Verbal is about 20%, 30%, that's it. So yeah, of course, but when I say Biden, they have Biden like a lead, or Zelensky is the best example. Now he's like Darth Vader, but the good Darth Vader, sorry. That's what he is. From a clown, what is that all of a sudden? Again, my friends, and now they have her. And if that worked on a child, at least the child asked the question, you have baboons at the same level, adults with child brains, don't see that through. He's an idiot. Look at that picture. I met people like that in the office, my friends. Intellectuals with college degree, master degree, some of them. So Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova characterized a recent article in German newspaper Bild as last year's horoscope for Pisces or fish, whatever, in Cancer, in a Telegram post on January 15th. The article alleges that Bild obtained a secret document from German military that details how a conflict between This is one, and the other one is even funnier. And we have like this. And Ukrainska Pravda. Russian official compares media claims that NATO is preparing for Russian offensive to last year horoscope. Right, what that was? New Voice of Ukraine. And this is Ukrainska Pravda. And here is Zakharova in a different picture. Now she's like a whore or something. I guess so. But hey, she took that picture. Right, and I'm going to read you her message, her quote. I read Germany's quote-unquote secret plan that was leaked to Bild. an information gutter. It's like a mighty horoscope from last year for Pisces in Cancer. I suppose that the analysis was undertaken by the German Foreign Ministry headed by Baerbock. Well. So the Russian officials denied Russia was preparing to invade Ukraine ahead of the full-scale invasion for the past. Oh, now they say, well, they said they will not. They say, well, they lied before, therefore they lie now. Well, if you use the same beautiful logic, right, that we do, then we should not believe shit what the Americans, the Brits, the French, the Germans, anybody says, because we all, including you, unless you are Jesus Christ, and you're not, unless he's here with me right now. He is, because he's omnipresent. I am omnipresent, right? Divinity, the Holy Spirit. So unless you never lied, we all lied at one point or another. It means we're not trustworthy. Well, maybe you didn't lie to everybody, right? Maybe you lied sometime in certain circumstances. Maybe you never lied to another person. So that person you have a perfect score in the eyes of the other person, or the other person never caught you. Therefore, you're not a liar. But you lied, right? So in the abstract, you are a liar, but he doesn't know it, or she doesn't know it. So same here. These guys again, they claim, oh, they lied, but you lied too. Germany lied too. No. Wasn't Germany a signatory of the security guarantees, I'm just playing, I know, the Minsk agreements? They were the guarantors, the signatories. They will guarantee. France, Germany, France, and Poland were the three guarantors that Ukraine will implement. That was in 2015, the second one. The first one is 2014, the second one was in 2015. That Ukraine will implement the Minsk agreements. Like, yes, we agree to do this. And did you push them? No, you lied. Remember what your former chancellor, Angela, said in a prank with some Russian pranksters? They didn't intend to pressure Ukraine. We were just buying time for this. So that means, should I believe them? The Ukrainians lied too. They said they will implement the Minsk agreements. They had no intentions, they said. So again, now I can go, I'm not saying the Russians never lied. Oh my God, yes, they did. Oh man, or we change our mind. I'll be faithful to you forever and ever, and then kappa, and hey, I changed my mind. I don't love you anymore. Why? I don't know. I don't like how those flowers are in the house, in a vase you put over there, and that's why I don't love you anymore. That's why I had to go out and find relaxation. All right, my friends, here it is. Annalena Baerbock, the infantile foreign minister of Germany, unfortunately. And that's the level of scenarios. I can make a lot of scenarios, and you make scenarios based on evidence. Now, if you have flimsy evidence, and the evidence are just based on approximations or half-truths, you can't make a point with things that are not determined, like half-truths of something and half-true here, or maybe, possible, yeah, and then you make it and say, that's what it is. They will do this. It's half-truth. You based your argument, your conclusion, on not, accepted or proven facts, on half-truths and interpretations. And you created a scenario. That's exactly how this guy, and they tell us, because the Russians lied, they lie again. So did you? If you think that nobody, these guys didn't lie, look at Americans. I don't believe anything what the intelligence community says in America or in Great Britain. Why? The thing that did it forever for me, like the cherry, I had information before that. I knew about it. The cherry on the lying cake of these departments, or how do you call it? Governmental department, let's say, institutions. They did it with the Iraq war, with the weapons of mass destruction. They were providing evidence and hand-drawn evidence, and this and that. They were all lies. Not all, they were lies. And they knew they were lies. And even if they didn't, you don't present something as a fact when you're not convinced it is a fact. There are rules of providing an evidence. You have to be verified with at least three independent sources, independent sources. And those sources have to provide you the evidence. And those guys should be vetted. So when the Americans claim that Saddam Hussein had these weapons of mass destruction and those, how do you call them, chemical weapons and so on, they needed at least 3 clear sources, independent of one another, to provide evidence that's true. They didn't. So they even, I don't think that they might have destroyed the protocol by ignoring it, or those guys were non-professional or paid or whatever. So here it is, my friends. Get ready. Go and buy your toilet paper and put your mask on. The elections are coming, so you better do that and stay in the basement. Drive the car alone with the mask on and get your, okay, update your, if you didn't do it yet, like others. I know we are bad dudes, but you're gonna have some things growing in the future. I hope not. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.